Hey guys, Gabe here. I want to... Hey guys, Gabe here. If you watch the channel for any length of time, you know that in every video I mention the mirror exercise. And so I wanted to put together a really short video. I aim for this to be short. To let you guys know how to do the mirror exercise if you've never heard of it before, you haven't done it before, maybe if you just have questions, you're trying to get clear. The best source to get the really in-depth description of the mirror exercise is Twin Flame Finding Your Ultimate Lover by Jeff and Shaleia. You can find that on Amazon.com. I'll link it down in the description below, and you can get it there. But I'm going to give you a quick rundown, just so you can get a refresher, or you can start today if the book isn't, in your hands right now. So, the mirror exercise is not just to be used with your twin flame, although it's a really great exercise to use with your twin flame. You can use it on any situation that is upsetting you in your reality. So say, for example, I'm upset. We're going to use a twin flame example. I'm upset that my twin flame isn't communicating with me. They've blocked me on social media, and they're just not talking to me. So step one, I'm upset that my twin flame isn't communicating with me. That's getting clear on the upset. And you want to be as clear and concise as possible. If you can add a win to that situation, you can do that. I'm upset that my twin flame isn't communicating with me when I reach out to him. And so you can put it into that, as clear and concise as possible. The next step two, is to change all the nouns to pronouns and point them towards yourself. So I'm upset that I'm not communicating with me when I reach out to me. And step three, is this true? Well, yes, it's always true in some way. And you may be thinking, well, how am I not communicating with myself, Gabe? I'm reaching out to myself. I'm trying to communicate with myself. And how am I not doing that? And this is where you have to really feel into what that means for you. So it may not necessarily be you've blocked yourself on all social media, if that's the example. It could, in this example, it could be that there's a part of yourself that you're numbed out to. There's a part of yourself that maybe you're not really connecting with or communicating with. There's a part of you that's maybe really in need of rest, and you're ignoring that part of yourself. Or maybe a part of you that's I really desire to do something different with my life, and you're trudging along down a path because you feel like you're obligated to. All of these things could be a way that you're not communicating with yourself. Or it could be even something subtle of hey, I would really like to, change my toothpaste because I really hate it. It could be something really subtle that you're not paying attention to in your life. And that part of you is just saying I'm not communicating, we're not communicating here. And so step four is to visualize that part of yourself. See that part of yourself that isn't communicating with yourself. Maybe their hands crossed, maybe they're just not communicating with you at all. They're being very stubborn about it. And you go to that part of yourself and you ask them what they need to feel loved. And you give that to them, whatever it is. They will always answer you. And if you see that part of yourself saying nope, I'm not going to communicate with you, just be present with that part of yourself. You can send loving energy towards that part of yourself. You can even imagine a bright light, or anything that you can associate with a healing presence to give that to that part of yourself. When I first started this, I'm not very good at seeing things when I visualize. I don't actually see the pictures. I know some people seemingly can see pictures in their mind when they read and when they visualize. I'm not one of those people. I go by feeling a lot, and I've gotten better at visualizing as I've done this over and over. But if you're one of those people who are like me, who don't really visualize very well, sometimes you can just kind of feel it. I feel it in my body, or you can just kind of feel it in your your mind and your feelings, of just this off feeling of not communicating with yourself. And just go to that space and send yourself love. And I would imagine filling up a swimming pool of myself, with love, or, whatever it is that you need to kind of like help you visualize and help you bring love to that space. Just be fully present there, and your presence will naturally bring love and start to dissolve that upset. And you just give that part of yourself as much love and attention as he or she needs. And it may, especially your first time, or if it's a bigger upset, you may need to spend like several minutes, maybe even an hour, to like give yourself the love that you need. And it's okay however long it takes. You can also, magnify that by like choosing to say like, I give 10,000 times the love to this part of myself, and that'll signal your unconscious mind to start sending more love there. And just be patient with yourself when you go through this process, especially if you're doing it for the first time, because a lot of us haven't like grown up learning how to actually love ourselves, which is seems crazy, but some of us don't really know how to give ourselves this inner healing. But we actually do know how to do it on an unconscious level, because that's who we are. We naturally are children of God. We know how to love. So when you go into love yourself here, just, be present with yourself, give yourself a hug. Sometimes your inner child will ask you for a whole experience. Sometimes you'll have to like, relive a memory and give yourself good memories instead of bad memories, and give yourself a whole new childhood if that's what feels good for you. And just listen to your inner child, give them what they need until they feel satisfied, complete relief, and then you can give them a hug and bring them back into you. That part is really important to like integrate and ground the healing. Until you feel complete and solid there, you're not gonna have like completed the healing. So make sure you really like do that. And it's okay if like you're just like, I can't really visualize melting into myself, but I feel complete there. I feel peaceful there. That's okay too. Like I said, like you can work up to like fully visualizing that part of yourself. And that'll really help. And something else to know, and when you're doing the mirror exercise, is that if you experience this upset again, that doesn't mean it's not healed. That just means you're going deeper, because upsets often come in layers. So, you may go through, your day and you experience this happening to you again. You're upset again because your twin flame isn't contacting you. That's okay. You can do the mirror exercise again, take off another layer of that upset. And eventually, when you've removed enough layers, you will get to the core, and either your twin flame will unblock you or start communicating with you, or it won't bother you that they're not communicating with you or they've blocked you. And you'll be able to, eventually like move forward with them, and they will in time, like in divine order, begin speaking with you again when you've cleared that like communication block or whatever block it is that you're working through. Another thing to be aware of before we wrap up this video is that once you've healed, there will be a period of upheaval. So upheaval is the bad things, the bad feelings, the upset actually leaving you. And sometimes this might feel like, oh, I'm experiencing this upset again. And this can happen like in a couple minutes or maybe the next day from when you've actually done the work. And the way to know if this is upheaval is if you go in to heal it and you're not really like, you can't really give love there, like it's not really happening, and you just feel like you're kind of in a loop, or you sit with it and it kind of like goes away. That's upheaval, because it's leaving you. It's already been healed. It's just leaving your body. Versus if it's an upset, you'll feel a charge to it, and you'll be able to like go in and actually like give love there and feel that healing happening. So that's something to be aware of as you're moving through your spiritual journey. It's not uncommon. It's actually very common. And that's actually what you want, is to have that upheaval so that it leaves you and you don't experience it again. The best course of action for that is to self-care, being very gentle with yourself and allowing that feeling to just leave, in the most peaceful way. You can watch a movie, take a walk, take a nap, do whatever feels good for you in order for that to leave your system. So that's a nice short synopsis of the 4 steps of the mirror exercise. If you have any questions about it, feel free to put them in the comments down below. If you'd like to go deeper into the mirror exercise and work with me, I'm a certified ascension coach. You can book an introductory session with me at sacredtwinflameunion.com. And otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.